This is India's #1 news network and you're watching News9. English news as it should be.
Welcome to News9 and you are watching On Point. Today we have two On Points. The first On Point is on the Ghuspaithiya versus vote Chori fight between Bharatiya Janata Party and Congress. The second On Point is on India's stray dog dilemma. Now let's take a quick look at the headlines. Row over meat ban in Maharashtra on Independence Day. CM Fadnavis says no change made in rules. Congress in Kerala questions Amitabh Bachchan hosting Op Sindhu women officers on KBC. China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi to visit India next week. Meet NSA Ajit Doval. Mamata wants theatres in Bengal to screen at least one Bengali movie every day. US tariff impact not to last more than 6 months, says economic advisor Anant Nageswaran. Ask Pakistan, United States refuses to answer if Pak lost F-16s during Op Sindhu. Supreme Court cancels bail of Olympic wrestler Sushil Kumar in Sagar Dhankar murder case. And now, superstar Rajnikant completes 50 years in cinema, generates frenzy with new release. The BJP has taken the battle of vote Chori to Congress bastion. Turning the tables on the Rahul Gandhi and Congress on the issue of vote Chori, BJP raised questions on purportedly fake voters in 6 opposition stronghold constituencies. It raised questions over Rae Bareli, Wayanad, Harbour, Kannauj, Mainpuri and Kolathur. These constituencies were won by Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi, Vadra, Abhishek, Banerjee, Dimple, Yadav, Akhilesh, Yadav and NK Stalin. At a press conference, Union Minister Anurag Thakur alleged that some Congress and opposition leaders won elections with the help of Ghuspaithiya voters. In fact, BJP now calls it a battle between Indian and Ghuspaithiya voters, making it our election campaign. And now the entire debate between the Congress party and BJP is around either the voters whose name is deleted or those who are not Indian citizens. And this is getting even more uglier. Because in this entire debate, various institutions are getting in the fold. There's a running feud between Rahul Gandhi and Election Commission. Today he has tweeted a video in which he says he's having tea with the dead voters. But before we go further in the story, let me play out 2 bites. One from the government and another from the opposition.
सब तब हो रहा है जब राहुल गांधी जी को और विपक्षी दलों को अपने घुसपैठिए वोट बैंक पर नजर है, उनको बचाना चाहते हैं। ये तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति, ये बार बार कांग्रेस की और विपक्षी दलों की तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति आती है। ये एक वर्ग को देखकर अपना वोट बैंक साधते हैं और उसके लिए किसी भी हद तक भय भ्रम फैलाने का काम करते हैं, झूठे आरोप लगाने का काम करते हैं और एक घुसपैठ करने वाले को सड़क पीढ़ी दर पीढ़ी और दशक दर दशक ये कांग्रेस ने करने का काम किया है। और जब SIR लाए कि ये जो फर्जी वोट अगर बनते हैं तो उसकी सफाई हो, सच्चे भारतीयों को, पक्के नागरिकों को वोट का अधिकार उनका ना छिने, लेकिन जो घुसपैठिए हैं, जो फर्जी वोट बना है, उनके वोट को खत्म किया जाए, तो उसका विरोध कांग्रेस पार्टी करती है। आखिरकार हिंदुस्तान के लोगों के वोट को नीचा क्यों दिखाना चाहती है कांग्रेस और विपक्षी दल?
If Mr. Anurag Thakur thinks that this has happened, he should go and complain to the Election Commission, just like how we have done. We have given proof, we have given government documents, we have exposed the working of the Election Commission. If he thinks that any anomalies have happened anywhere in India, forget Rae Bareli, forget Wayanad, including his own constituencies by the Congress or any other party, let him come out with proof like how we have come out. Let him come out with statistics, let him come out with data, let him tell the source of his data, and he is also free to go to Election Commission. Even we are saying the same thing, no, that the Election Commission is not doing their duty properly.
While the leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi has been raising questions on the EC's special intensive revision of electoral rolls, BJP has alleged that the names of his mother and Congress leader Sonia Gandhi was added to the list even before she became an Indian citizen. BJP IT cell chief Amit Malviya shared the allegations in a post, quote unquote, Sonia Gandhi's tryst with India's voter list is riddled with glaring violation of electoral law. This perhaps explains Rahul Gandhi's fondness for regularizing ineligible and illegal voters and his opposition to the special intensive revision, quote close. The BJP alleges that Sonia's name first appeared on the rolls in 1980, 3 years before she became an Indian citizen and while she still held the Italian citizenship. At the time, the Gandhi family lived at 1 Safdarjung Road, the official residence of Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. Until then, the voter registered at the address for Indira Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi, Sanjay Gandhi and Menaka Gandhi. Now, before I go to the other part of the debate, which is on what the Supreme Court had said on the entire SIR exercise and TTE with the dead voters, let me introduce my guest. I'm joined by Dr. Pooja Tripathi, National Spokesperson Congress, Charu Pragya, National Spokesperson Bharatiya Janata Party, Ajit Gecha, Senior Journalist, Psephologist, Banu Chanda Nagarajan, Political Analyst, and Advocate Nikhil Jain, Political Analyst. But straight away, I'll go to the National Spokesperson Bharatiya Janata Party, Charu Pragya. Why Sonia now? And then, Dr. Tripathi, you respond to it.
See, we're merely listing out and ensuring that Congress party takes a look in the mirror. Those who live in houses made of glass cannot afford to pick up stones and throw them around. Let's take this for an example, Karthik. I'm going to allege right now that Rahul Gandhi never won from the seat of Rae Bareli. He didn't win. This was vote chori and that's why he's a member of parliament today. Similarly, Priyanka Gandhi also did not win from Wayanad. She did vote chori and that is why she is in parliament today. I demand that both these members of parliament resign. Now, I'm saying this without any concrete proof. I'm saying this without the willingness to write this down on a piece of paper and sign my name under this. I'm saying this while I know that there is a law, there is a procedure in place which can rectify electoral issues and problems and minor mistakes, but I refuse to take that course. What I prefer to do instead is speak to the media. I'm speaking to you right now. Tomorrow I might hold a press conference. This is exactly what Rahul Gandhi is doing. So when you come and you allege with some kind of a fraud every single day and you levy allegations on not just this country's, one of the world's best institutions, which proves that making nearly 100 crore people vote altogether is possible, which is a commendable task in itself, you have to put your money where your mouth is. And if Rahul Gandhi is so sure that his allegations were true, why is it that he cannot simply sign a declaration which is a form 23B, which is a part of the registration of electoral rules? This is exactly what the CEO in Karnataka asked him to do. He refused to do it. And this is why we are raising questions on him and his intentions. He knows that signing this document falsely, when you fabricate evidence or stories like this, can get you a jail term extending up to 7 years, according to the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. That's the first point I want to make. The second very quick point I want to make is that Congress has cried itself hoarse, saying every single day there are anomalies in the way SIR is being carried out in the state of Bihar. Every day they have said it in the last 1 month, and we must have debated it dozens of times. But please tell me, how many complaints have officially been filed by the Congress party or by their partners RJD in Bihar since the process of rectification opened on the 1st of this month? Today is the 13th. In the last 13 days, 0 complaints. 0.
Okay. Dr. Pooja Tripathi, please respond to Charu Pragya.
Karthik, good evening to everyone. Karthik, I'm going to take ahead from where Charu started her argument. if we have given them proof, substantial proof of vote chori of 1,250,000. Let Election Commission as a collateral body of Bharatiya Janata Party, let them give us machine readable format. We really want to check if Narendra Modi ji, who won by the shortest margin possible since he started contesting the Lok Sabha elections, did he won by vote chori, or did he not? And why you were doing the vote chori in collusion with Election Commission? Why did you let Smriti Irani ji lose? You should have done vote chori for her too. Rahul Gandhi gave substantial proof. And this said, I want to quote Shehzad Ahmed there. I really listen to you. Please have the patience to listen to me. सफरे शौक में रखता है तू, सफरे शौक में क्यों कांपते हैं हाथ तेरे, आंख रखता है तो आंख चुराता क्यों है, गौर से देखता जा कि राह में आता क्या क्या. Today, election, Anurag Thakur, it took us 6 months, Kartikeya, to analyze the granular details of one Vidhan Sabha constituency of a Lok Sabha. One Vidhan Sabha out of 6 Vidhan Sabha constituency of one Lok Sabha. And Anurag Thakur comes out with 6 Lok Sabha constituencies, details of, naming Muslim candidates, Ghuspaithiya. Mind it, when the SIR exercise was started, they raised this Ghuspaithiya flag at that time only. The Election Commission draft roll doesn't mention a single Ghuspaithiya. And if at all there is a Ghuspaithiya, as and when claimed by Anurag Thakur ji, so it's a gross failure on the part of Home Ministry. But that's another debate for that. But I am saying is 6 constituencies, they got details in 2 days. They came out and, comfortably mentioning
them of shoddy research.
When we are raising...
You are saying that their research, you are accusing them of shoddy research. You are saying their research is pure, your research was better.
No, I am saying that when Election Commission is giving them a machine readable format, the Bharatiya Janata Party counterparts, to get an election details in 2 days, give us also the whole constituency's election data. Now you will make isme 3,000 saal lagenge, 3,606 years if Rahul Gandhi. Who is asking you to hame kitna time lagega? What we are demanding, give us the machine readable format. Okay. It took us 6 months to derive results from one Vidhan Sabha.
Okay. Okay. Pragya, very quickly too, and then let me go across to Ajit Jha, because there's another aspect of this debate, Supreme Court's observation on the SIR process that has come. In which and I'll quote that. That's the second part of the debate, what Supreme Court had to say. But you respond first, and then I go to my other guests.
Yes, Rahul Gandhi gave many examples. He took many names, but most of them have been found to be false. He took the example of Shakun Rani. It was proved that she did not vote twice. They wore t-shirts. The entire opposition wore t-shirts of Minta Devi's name. She said that it was a clerical error when she was keying in the date of birth for her electoral form. She just keyed in the wrong number, which has been rectified now. So numerous examples which were picked up by Rahul Gandhi have been rebutted, and with facts, that's what the Election Commission has been doing. See, let's understand, this is not a new process. This started over 10 years ago with allegations first on CCTVs, then first on EVMs, then on VVPATs, and today they've come on to the electoral rolls. And the Election Commission has given detailed explanations every single time. In December 2024, a press conference was taken where point-by-point explanation and rebuttals were given. After that, Rahul Gandhi was sent a letter, invited for a meeting on the 12th of June. Please tell me what happened to that letter. Did you even bother to reply? Okay. Again, I ask you this. If you're so sure your allegations are correct, why are you not willing to sign a simple declaration form? Is it because you know that will be unlawful because you are still lying and that is going to make you liable for jail time?
Okay. Before I go, let me just play 30 seconds of this video and then I'll take a question on this video to Ajit, because Ajit, the issue is not taking place for the first time. Names are excluded even where SIR is not taking place. So let me play out the video, and then the question is based on this video of Rahul Gandhi meeting these people.
Hello. Get them speak. सुना है आप जिंदा ही नहीं हो?
जिंदे में मृत लोग घोषित कर दिया है।
तो पता कैसे लगा आपको?
वोटर लिस्ट चेक किया गया था, पता चला कि नाम ही नहीं है इसमें।
और फिर आपने चेक किया, नाम क्यों नहीं है? पता लगा कि भैया मर गए, मार दिया, इलेक्शन कमीशन ने मार दिया।
जी,
आपको क्या लगता है, आप जैसे कितने लोग हैं?
सर एक पंचायत में मिनिमम सर 50 लोग होगा।
आप कितने पोलिंग बूथ से हो?
अभी सर मेरे 3-4 बूथ का है।
ये 3-4 बूथ का है। और इन 3-4 बूथ में और लोग हैं?
जी, और लोग हैं जो यहाँ तक अभी पहुँच नहीं पाए।
ये राघोपुर विधानसभा से है।
So Ajit, and this is the question which is to Nikhil also, Bhanu Chandra. Election Commission is doing a good job in Himachal Pradesh, Karnataka, Telangana, but Election Commission is doing a bad job in Haryana and Maharashtra. That's number one. And these are the issues which are not eye-opening. This happens in every election. There are names which are left out. So your opening comments on what's happening, where EC is getting pulverized in the process.
Look, the entire, what should I say, the controversy over the Election Commission began precisely with the SIR. The Karnataka and Maharashtra and other elections came later as big issues. But the real fight over is the SIR, where Supreme Court is almost on a daily basis hearing the various arguments being made, by various people. In this case, Abhishek Manu Singhvi, Yogendra Yadav, the Democratic Reforms NGO, several of them have made arguments. Supreme Court today argued that the exercise itself is not anti-voter because it said that the 11 documents that the voter is supposed to produce, the Election Commission is simply saying one of the 11.
That is another aspect. Ajit, that is another aspect. I'll come to that debate later. Right now, I want your response on the fact, is this unusual? In every election, some people are left out. And it's not as if the Election Commission is declaring people dead.
It always happens world over that the loser party says that, there was something unfair about the way the election was conducted. It happens in the West. It happens in India.
Okay.
The BJP used to do it in the past. Now the Congress does it. So that doesn't make the election process unfair. The election process has been fair. There are discrepancies. For example, you saw the number of death people. Yogendra Yadav produced 2. Kapil Sibal produced about 12 or 13 of them. So there are discrepancies which the Election Commission must admit and try and correct those. But from there to jump to the fact that there is a big controversy in the country, that a conspiracy in the country, that I find too much of a stretch.
Absolutely. Bhanu, quickly. Bhanu, sorry, I'm making you wait.
Yeah, so we are talking about Sonia Gandhi's addition to the voter list, right? We are talking about an era of the wild west of Indian politics, where there's utter chaos, anarchy, and perversion of institutions. At that point of time, booth capturing, ballot stuffing were quite prevalent, and especially if you go to places like Bengal or Tamil Nadu, where DMK and CPM cadres would actually not allow people to vote. So we are talking about a totally different era altogether. But after 1990,
when did you campaign for the first time, Bhanu, in elections? When did you campaign for the first time?
2009.
I did it in 1991 in Bhind. And I know the world has changed.
So the thing is, when it's probably by 1991, I think 1990 TN Session became the Chief Election Commissioner and things started getting better. But even after that, there were 2 Chief Election Commissioners, MS Gill and Naveen Chawla. MS Gill became, after being CEC, became a Congress MP. Naveen Chawla, the Shah Commission during emergency said that Naveen Chawla was unfit to hold any political office, any administrative office. He became CEC. Okay, so that is the state of affairs we are talking about. So when Sonia Gandhi was added to the electoral rolls in 1980 and 83, there perhaps one of these chela chamchas, or perhaps even herself or her coterie would have pressurized into adding her name into the electoral list. I would be really excited to know whether she actually voted in any of these elections. That would be even fun fact to know. But having said that, perversion of institutions was a norm then, and the extreme egregious example was during the emergency, which we all know. But I think things have become much better now. And but what Amit Malviya tweeted is something very serious, and the Congress has to answer.
Okay, Nikhil, to you. Nikhil, you wanted to come in? You have to unmute yourself, Nikhil. Nikhil. Yes.
I'm so sorry. Is my audio clear now?
Yeah, audio is clear. Please.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I was facing some audio issues. I couldn't even hear the previous speaker, but I did hear Charu, Dr. Tripathi, and Mr. Jawan. So first of all, my good friend Charu started with a very interesting analogy of how she would claim that Rahul Gandhi never won from Rae Bareli. So let me put out an analogy of myself. And Karthikeya, there's a lot of echo. If you could please get that fixed.
Okay.
So imagine one day I come home and I find my car missing in the driveway. I ask my chowkidar ki chori kaise ho gayi? And right after that, a chaiwala from the nearby street comes running and says, "कौन सी चोरी हो गई? कौन सी चोरी हो गई? कहाँ से गाड़ी चोरी हो गई? आपकी बाइक तो खड़ी है. अगर चोरी हुई होती तो दोनों चीजें चोरी हो गई होती." Now, what am I to think as somebody who's kept this chowkidar and who's kept this chaiwala? I am to think that they are probably in connivance with the thieves. I am to think that they are probably the ones thieving. I really don't understand when the allegations are all against the Election Commission of India. Why is the BJP coming out and batting for them? Fact of the matter is that a number of discrepancies have been pointed out by the leader of opposition, by other opposition parties, by India Today, by Dainik Jagran, I'm sure by some reporters in your channel, and Ajit Anjum, and a whole host of journalists and news platforms. Yet the BJP as a political party, instead of asking the Election Commission to fix its, pull up its socks, they're going around defending it. While the Election Commissioner is very conveniently sitting silent, not having a press conference, barely coming out with a press release and just releasing things by sources. And what is he trying to do? He's not saying, "Okay, boss, you're the leader of opposition. You're telling me something very wrong happened in the constituency. Let me get into it. Let me fix it."
But BJP does have a point, Nikhil. I have no point. Nikhil, I have no problem in Rahul Gandhi doing shoot and scoot politics. Even Arvind Kejriwal did, and people voted him, and he went to become chief minister. Point is, he's not signing the affidavit. He's not signing the affidavit. Paper नहीं sign कर रहे हैं.
Let me answer. Let me answer on that. Let me answer on that, Karthikeya. So,
I'll come to you, Pragya. You answer.
Form 20B3. She talked about 23B. 23B. Registration of electoral rolls, 1960, right? That is something which applies to when the draft electoral rolls are being prepared. Not right now. This is a post-electoral roll, post-election thing that we're talking about. Rahul Gandhi has flagged something that happened in an election which happened over a year ago. It's not something that he's pointing out with respect to the Bihar SIR. Form 23B does not apply here, number one. Number two, even in that, it is on the discretion of the BLO. It is not a mandatory thing that the BLO is supposed to do. The CEOs or the election commissioners have no mandate to ask Rahul Gandhi to submit this on affidavit. They should be looking into it.
See the entire charge of the opposition. I'll come to you, Pragya, but this has to be narrated to the people what happened in the court today. Then the story becomes complete, and the floor will be for all of you. What did Supreme Court said? Supreme Court said that SIR exercise is inclusive and voter friendly. These are not my words. This happened in the Supreme Court of India today, where the matter is being fought. Abhishek Manu Singhvi was there. He and Justice Suryakant, if my memory serves me right, was the one who was speaking. So, SC calls SIR vote friendly. The top court said the 11 documents required to be submitted by an elector for Bihar special intensive revision of electoral rolls, as opposed to 7 documents summary revision conducted previously, showed the exercise was inclusionary and voter friendly. Then, what does that mean? It means that the Supreme Court has also taken the benign view of it. Now, Pragya, I open the floor to all of you, starting with you, that even the court is coming around to the fact that it's not as if that the people are being kicked out because of the SIR exercise, and this ties the knot in context of the entire Ghuspaithiya versus vote chori debate. To you now, ma'am.
Absolutely. Karthikeya ji, let's start with responding to Nikhil. Nikhil alleged that chori ho gayi thi. My point here is exactly that. Agar chori ho gayi hai, will you not go to the police station and file a complaint? You cannot run away from filing a complaint if you cry out every single day, marking one person out to be the chore. You cannot allege and run away. Hit and run nahi hai ye. So here, if you are claiming that there is vote chori, please sign a document, file an official complaint. I really don't understand why Rahul Gandhi and his colleagues have decided that an official complaint is not at all required. That was the point number one. The second point is, yes, there are discrepancies, and these discrepancies have been found in a lot of places. I agree with that, absolutely. But at the end of the day, this is exactly what the Election Commission has been trying to fix. This is exactly why SIR needs to happen, not just in Bihar, but in the whole country. BJP was not interfering in the process, whatever the Election Commission was carrying out. It is the opposition that was. And yes, BJP has been responding to these allegations because, and I'm pointedly going to say this, Congress is saying that this vote chori has benefited the Bharatiya Janata Party. Please explain how. How is it benefit to Bharatiya Janata Party if our Honorable Prime Minister has been winning margin has considerably gone down. Why didn't we do vote chori there? How is it vote chori if the number of MPs we had in parliament this time have again considerably gone down? How is it vote chori? At the end of the day, you are bringing out lists of Karnataka where it is your government in power. Your government in power. So every single day, your examples fall flat, your arguments fall flat, and you keep contradicting yourself. And the Supreme Court has taken a very benevolent view of the entire thing. They have at length heard the entire case. They first agreed that SIR does not need to be stayed. Today, they have also said that this process is voter friendly. Everything is going the way it is supposed to be going. And my last and very quick point, the last time SIR happened in the entire country, 20 plus states, was in 2003. After that, in the general elections, it was the opposition which was in power. So please do not just say that SIR is an exercise which is going to benefit the ruling party. On the contrary, SIR is an exercise which is going to benefit every genuine voter of our country and every political party which wants the welfare of the voters.
Straight question to you, because I read the press release which came from the Bharatiya Janata Party, the entire spiel. Do you believe that in Bihar there is a substantial chunk of illegal immigrant voter? Because when I went through it, the Ghuspaithiya, it meant that. I want you on record. Are you pointing out to voters who do not belong to the Indian Union? Are you saying that when you say Ghuspaithiya?
Yes, I will say that, and I will say that on record, and I will tell you why. Even in the elections in West Bengal, later on, 16 lakh voters were found to be voters which are not citizens of our country. 16 lakhs is a massive number. In fact, even our courts upheld this. So today, if we are alleging anything, and the Election Commission is willing to do the hard work to make sure they recognize who is the citizen and who is not, I think it's a welcome exercise.
Pooja, your response to it, on record. If the voters are not from India, they need to be weeded out of the system. What's the issue?
Why isn't Election Commission saying that? If Bharatiya Janata Party is so confident about the Ghuspaithiya angle, why isn't Election Commission saying that? Election Commission, and it shows this attitude of it's not about 3 lakh voters whose house number is 0. It's not about Yogendra Yadav bringing in 3 people who were declared dead. It's not about Abhishek bringing 17 people. It's not about Rahul Gandhi meeting 7 people. It's about the way they have approached. They went on to Supreme Court and say they are not liable to give details and names and details of 65 lakh people is a huge number, Kartikeya. They have deleted this and they are saying they are not liable. Is draft electoral rules their personal property? You are not liable. Secondly, Election Commission overnight after the press conference changes it from machine readable format to a physical scan copies. Also the search bar that was there, if I had an epic number in the past and I wanted to search if I'm there in the electoral, that has been deleted. What are you trying to hide? And now you bring in this Ghuspaithiya angle that if the 65 lakh, I really want to know if the 65 lakh people are Ghuspaithiya, make their names, addresses, epic numbers, everything public and make them accountable. Because this Ghuspaithiya,
I have a question straight.
You're misquoting, Pooja. You're misquoting.
I have a question to Dr. Tripathi straight. The way I asked a question to Charu. 65 lakh people at the receiving end. Okay, I give you benefit of doubt. All 65 legit voters out. तो 5 लाख तो कंप्लेन हो सकती थी, 1 लाख कंप्लेन हो सकती थी, 1000 कंप्लेन हो सकती थी. नहीं, एक मिनट. You have. I asked her a question. Do you mean that Bangladeshis are voting outsiders? Ghuspaithiya. She said yes. That's what we mean. I'm saying 65. Fair enough, ma'am. You are the political party. पर 1000 कंप्लेन नहीं हुई. Why? That is my question. Complaint kahan hai? Because the law in this country is about an individual. So where is the complaint? Where is the complainant, madam?
So while we have inputs from the ground, first of all, Kartikeya, we don't have. Nobody has the list of 65 lakh people, name, their details, their epic numbers.
Okay, 35,000 people, 45. Okay, I'm not pinning you down on numbers. No, please don't take it that way. I am not pinning you down on numbers. I'm saying, I'm not pinning you down on numbers, doctor. I'm saying, Pooja, where is the complainant? I'm just saying, where are the complainants? That's it. 10,000 bhi ho sakte the.
The 5 people that Rahul Gandhi went on to meet Rahul Gandhi, they have made a complaint to Election Commission. The 17 people that have been declared dead have made a complaint. The 3 lakh people who have numbers house 0, they have made a complaint. If Election Commission is not reflecting, they have close to around 2,500 complaints made it to Election Commission by our agents. If Election Commission is not updating, I don't know what the process is, because We really don't have the numbers. We will get the inputs if somebody
Are you
comes
saying
and tells us,
are you saying election commission is not taking complaints of people? Are you saying that?
solid there, the search bar has been deleted. Even Kartikeya, it's the onus is on. Again, I'm saying the onus is on me to prove that I'm a citizen. The onus is on me to check for the my name there in draft electoral. The onus is on me to repeal in 30 days. It's everything has been brushed off to the citizens, and that's our primary complaint with the whole timing and process of SIRs.
Okay, Ajit, do you think that the communication should be sharper on part of the election commission? Should be more clear, or they should be speaking more? Is that the issue here, sir?
No, the election commission needs to get out of its ostrich approach. It hides behind Article 324. It uses it as a shield. You see, the point is, it has to empower voters, not disenfranchise. You can't prove someone guilty until they're innocent, right? So you have to prove that 68 lakh or 65 lakh.
Why are you saying that EC is disenfranchising the voter? You used a very strong word. You are saying EC is disenfranchising the voter. Why are you saying that?
Because it sort of argues that so many lakh people have sort of moved away. What is the proof of that? Temporarily, within 25 days, if you don't come up and meet the BLO, then you become temporarily moved away from Bihar. Come on, by that, I would be a guy. Suppose I'm a voter in Bihar. I am sitting in Delhi. So in that 25 days, I might not be there. I'm a person who can afford a ticket. There are lots of people who work, all Bihari workers, all around the place I live. All of their names are gone. Many of them names are gone. They are not going to use Article 32 and go directly, go into Supreme Court and say my fundamental right is violated. Their answer is, "Acha sahab, vote nahi denge. Kya kar sakte hain? Paisa nahi hai." That is the problem. You see, it is always all around the world. Even in Chicago, 1940s, when 110% people were voting, SIR was carried out. It was precisely the black voters whose names were thrown out of the list. It's a constant thing all over the world. Whenever there is special intensive revision, it's the minorities, the blacks in the US. In India, it will be Dalit, the poor voters. So that and the onus should not be on the poor voter. The onus should be on the election commission. Let them prove that these voters are Ghuspaithiya or something else.
Okay.
They are not doing the job.
Okay. You are saying that EC is not doing the job, but Bhanu, I think EC is becoming a whipping boy, EC has become a whipping boy. Even the press, the release which the BJP has given, the duplicate voter, it's not BJP or Congress is duplicating the vote. It means that the EC has not done the job properly.
See, the election commission is still a bureaucratic body. It doesn't have the communication wherewithal and the razzmatazz of a political party. Now it is caught in the political wars. Now
it doesn't even have its own bureaucracy, Bhanu. It doesn't even have its own bureaucracy. During the election time, it saps up the bureaucracy which is there available, part of the state apparatus.
Correct. So they don't even have a communication cell, perhaps, to even respond to this. The buoyancy of messages or the counter attacks that is happening, attacks and counter attacks and so on. So I think that is something the election commission has to think about, how to function in a modern day, ultra communicative society and whatever, right? Number one. Number two, again, I said it in another program of yours, it's very difficult for somebody to vote twice simply because of the indelible link. So the electoral rolls, in fact, I would contradict what Ajit was saying. It is, in fact, actually designed to be inclusive. So that's why, the idea is no citizen should actually go and feel that they cannot vote. That is the principle in which the electoral roll is made. Okay, but the best way to prove it, I'm not holding a candle to the highly disorganized way in which electoral rolls are prepared and multiple names appearing. But this is the principle. Okay, so and see, if you ask, the best way to do it is to mandatorily tie the voter ID with the Aadhaar. If you actually I think they're trying to do it, but the privacy bars will actually raise a complaint against that as well.
Okay.
So it is a process that is happening, and I don't think what Ajit was saying, 25 days if you're away, they're being totally taken off the electoral rules and all. There's a multi-level checking.
But there's a larger question here. Nikhil, the larger question is, why is audit a problem? Tamil Nadu is saying that you have Bihari migrant voters being made part of Tamil Nadu. Why is audit a problem when it comes to the Indian electorate? what is the issue with audit? Every audit will have some sort of a problem. But audit in itself becomes politicized in Indian electoral arena.
Karthikeya, nobody has a problem with audit. We have had summary revisions. We keep on having review revisions and all of that. But this is the first time an exercise like this is happening 2 months before an election. We're asking every single voter in the state to produce
point taken.
a proof
It
of
might be a problem in
citizenship.
Bihar. Then why is Tamil Nadu protesting? Why is Tamil Nadu protesting?
I want to limit it on the Bihar SIR.
I take your point, sir.
I'm not saying
Nikhil, I take your point. Then why is Tamil Nadu and West Bengal protest? I take your point. ठीक है भैया, बहुत गड़बड़ कर दिया बीजेपी ने, जल्दी कर दी बिहार में. मैं बिल्कुल बात मानता हूँ आपकी. बट क्या हो गया भैया तमिलनाडु और वेस्ट बंगाल में? आप बताओ. You tell me. वहाँ क्या प्रॉब्लम है? वहाँ तो कोऑपरेट ही नहीं कर रहे.
See, that is their concern. That is the concern of the people protesting that in Tamil Nadu and West Bengal. The point?
You can answer that, Nikhil. No, you got to be honest with me. You can answer that. Where is the problem? No. I don't interrupt you. I don't do that. But you got to answer my question. You can't evade like that. You are not a spokesperson.
First of all, I've been facing a lot of problems with the network. I've barely been able to hear half of the debate. And there are points that I've been waiting to make for quite a while. I did not even have the audio space to interject in the moment. Can I please make those points and then come to the answer that you want me to give? See, the Election Commission, Charu said that the Election Commission is, what is the problem if the Election Commission is trying to find out 16 lakh, fake voters and non-citizens as voters in West Bengal? The problem with that is that it is not within the mandate of the Election Commission to be testing the citizenship of any voter in the country. That is the job of the Home Ministry and the External Affairs Ministry. Secondly, in India, there is no single document, no single document that is a conclusive proof of evidence. One would think the passport is, but according to a Bombay High Court judgment, even the passport is not.
Election Commission in its affidavit, sir. Let's get the Election Commission in its affidavit last week said that they are not talking about citizenship. They are only talking about voting rights. Let's get it right. In their written affidavit submitted to the Supreme Court of India, they are saying that it is not about citizenship, it is about voting rights. So you said that it is about citizenship. Election Commission is not declaring getting into the audit of citizenship. They are getting into the audit of voting. आपने citizenship का word का इस्तेमाल किया.
I have very poor audio. If you interject me, I would not be able to hear or understand anything. What I'm saying is that at the start of the process, the Election Commission did repeatedly mention about the fact that non-citizens should not vote. The BJP was continually batting for it that non-citizens should not vote, and there is a large problem with the illegal immigrants. But
no non-citizen should vote.
As they were making it to be.
No non-citizen should vote. That's
Nobody wants non-citizens. Nobody wants non-citizens. Absolutely. I think all of us in the panel would agree to that. But the point I'm trying to make is that the Election Commission cannot test the citizenship of people, and they can't say that these.
But EC is saying that they're not testing the citizenship. EC is saying that they're just looking into the voting issue. Okay, very quickly, very quickly, Mr. Jha. Then I go to Charu Pragya. Okay, Ajit, quickly. Then I need to go to Charu. You wanted to make a point quickly.
I just wanted to make a point. If the Election Commission has included 11 documents, they can extend it to 14 documents. They can include Aadhaar card. The entire controversy will get over. They gave an explanation. Immediately, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, everyone will withdraw. The problem here is that document which everyone has, the Election Commission doesn't want to admit that. And then it says, when you argued that the Election Commission is saying not citizen, only voting, then why are you removing voters? If they are citizen, then let them vote. Why are you disenfranchising 65 lakh voters?
Your argument presupposes that Election Commission is doing this in a vacuum or completely autonomous. But there is also another side to it, sir. There is another side to it. The matter is in Supreme. I don't understand.
Ajit
ji, the matter is in Supreme Court of India, and Supreme Court of India is not putting it down. So there is a legal sanctity. Charu to you and to Dr. Pooja Tripathi.
No, very quickly. The Supreme Court said.
I'm only going to rebut point by point, Karthikeya. I don't want to take more time.
I take that.
Okay, let's go to Charu.
Read Surikantji's statement.
Okay, Charu.
That I don't want to be speaking over someone. Can I come in?
Yeah, sure, please.
Thank you. So, point one, Supreme Court has clarified why it has upheld that Aadhaar cannot be used. It is a proof of residence presidency, sir, not of citizenship. This you would have known had you bothered to go through everything the Supreme Court has said. That's my first point. The second thing I want to tell you is that time and time again, we have heard from people who are not citizens of India boast about voting in the Indian elections. In fact, most recently during Operation Sindoor, some Pakistani citizens who had illegally stayed back in India were boasting about the fact that they voted in Indian elections. If we are trying to weed out all of this, you should be supporting the process and hailing the Supreme Court today, not just the Election Commission. And here you are questioning their very detailed replies. And it makes me actually wonder, are you even bothering to listen to what the Election Commission or the Supreme Court is saying? Because it seems like you are not.
Okay, closing comment from Dr. Pooja Tripathi. A minute to you, madam. Then I need to close the debate.
I want to point out here, Karthik, on 24th July Election Commissioner Court said in Supreme Court that ECI is vested with power to scrutinize whether the proposed elector fulfills the criteria for being registered as a voter, which includes an assessment of citizenship as per Article 326. You just said that Election Commission was not asking for citizenship.
Yes, Election Commission cannot decide on the fact whether you are a citizen or not. Election Commission cannot deprive you of citizenship. That only MHA can do it. They cannot deprive you as per the Indian law. Election Commission of India cannot deprive you of citizenship. No, they cannot. Only MHA. I was making a point. People were saying. People were saying. Your argument was, ma'am, that Election Commission will deprive people of citizenship. I am saying EC cannot do that. It's not under their purview. Only MHA can do that. How can EC do that? That's a simple thing.
Saying they put it in tribunals. Karthik, one simple question to you. I want to know. I really want to know as a legal brain that what document determines that I'm a citizen of a country or not. I really want to ask you this question.
Your birth certificate. There are multiple proofs of identity. Let me simplify for you. You have not taken me by surprise. Your passport, your car insurance, water, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, रेसिडेंस, 10वीं का आपका प्रमाण पत्र, 12वीं का प्रमाण पत्र, आपका बीए का प्रमाण पत्र, उसके बाद क्या बोलते हैं your identification, which can, for example, my identification is from PIB, I can also produce it, which has my date of birth and it's certified through MHA, which we all get through Home Ministry verifications. There are multiple verifications. I have counted 9. I have counted 9 verification processes. 9.
Thank you for
and then you have Aadhaar also. No? On top of it, you have Aadhaar also, which is 10. So I think out of this 10, maybe 2 other more. I think people can have 1 of them, 2 of them, 3 of them, 4 of them. Water, electricity, these are basic things. There was a point of time people would even produce their direct landlines also. I know the sort of cumbersome process it was to verify your house. I used to live in Vasant Kunj and I was staying in a Barsati. To get that done, the Barsati had to be verified. So I know identification process, I know.
The moment my name is cut from the electoral roll, and the moment my name is deleted from the electoral roll, what respite I'm saying? There's some forms, 16A, there's some tribunals, there are multiple things. The problem is when you have deleted something as crucial as an election card, you've deleted my name, I'm alive, I'm dead, that's none of your concern. You've deleted my name, and that too in a state like Bihar, 13.5 lakh people are, there's some 500 panchayats that are submerged in water, 13.5 people are flood mud, they are flood ravaged.
Pooja, my beef is not that the opposition is protesting, please, not at all. I mean, so opposition has the right to protest. My beef is not that. My only beef is, and I say it every time, is that we are ending up discrediting the electoral process in this country. We are not a banana republic. I mean to say, the proudest thing as a journalist when I go abroad is the peaceful transfer of power. And for the first time in my career, which started in 1998, one of the most important institutions is getting completely discredited. And if we discredit the apparatus which transfers power, we are really looking at a big problem on our hands. We are not Bangladesh, we are not Myanmar, we are not Pakistan, we are not Nepal, we are not Bhutan, we are not Afghanistan, we are India, we are not even Maldives. That is where my greatest fear as a journalist and the citizen comes from. No problem in gunning for EC.
and Kartikeya,
They are doing something wrong. Go for them. Go for them. Go for EC.
This is a democracy that we are
Go
part
for
of.
it. I have no problem. But discrediting the structure is my biggest fear. It's like Turkey, Erdogan. It's like Donald Trump in the United States of America. That is where my beef is.
Kartikeya, that is why the issue of vote chori is so important. That is why you should be standing with the Congress right now and questioning the election commission. Because we are all very proud of the peaceful transfer of power and the democratic nation that we hold in
Nikhil, make your point. Okay, I'm extending the debate. I'm dropping the second debate. Make your point, Nikhil. Tell me.
So Kartikeya, what I'm trying to say is that is all the more reason for you to be standing with the Congress's campaign of vote chori, and you should be questioning the election commission. Because this is something that we are all proud of. Charu, Dr. Tripathi, Mr. Jha, Banu, you, everybody. We've all always
when I joined journalism, the first thing which I was told by the person who gave me reporting, late Sachinand Murthy in the Week magazine, he always told me, as a reporter, Kartikeya, your loyalty is with the people of this country and the truth. So exactly. I stand with the people who watch me, people of the country, and the truth. My loyalty is with no political party, it's with the people. I have to make it very clear, it's with the people of the country. It's to my viewers, that's where my loyalty is.
And Kartikeya,
that is why I'm a journalist. I enjoy asking questions. My loyalty cannot be with Congress or BJP.
Kartikeya, on the Supreme Court hearings, can I make a point that I was earlier trying to make?
No, Bhanu, Bhanu is the softer one, never gets the chance, reh jate hain hamesha. Boliye.
So I will stand with Nikhil and the rest of you, even if like one voter says that he is disenfranchised in the upcoming Bihar elections. But I would bet that like none of them will be disenfranchised, and the people who do not turn up to vote are perhaps deserved or like actually like correctly deprived by the election commission to not vote because they were probably illegal immigrants. So let's be very clear about that. So the proof of the pudding is the eating, and we should be very clear.
Don't we have illegal immigrants in this country?
One person gets disenfranchised.
Don't we have a Rohingya colony in Jammu? Don't we have Rohingya colony in Jammu? Don't we have illegal immigrants in this country? Don't we have Rohingya colony in Delhi? I'm not saying that they should be witch hunting. Sorry, I'm not. I don't believe in that. They are refugees. But we have people who have crossed the entire border and settled on the other part. I don't believe in this witch hunting. But we have huge refugees and a big chunk of illegal immigrants. Saif Ali Khan case.
We are in a different domain altogether. But that doesn't give them the right to vote.
No, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. They don't have the right to vote. That is what I'm saying. They don't have the right to vote. And we can't be soft on it. Yes, Ajit.
See, let me make a couple of points. We are talking about Bihar here. The poorest zone, not in the country, but in the entire world.
अच्छा एक चीज बताइए, आप वोट डाल रहे हैं बिहार में? आपका वोट मिला इस बार?
Hang on. The Bangladesh districts in the border area are better off than, the northern Bihar. Northern Bihar is pits. Why would any Bangladeshi Ghuspaithiya come and settle down in Bihar? Number one, that's a logical question. I come from the district of Madhubani. Just go and see the poverty there. Number
what are you saying? Millions of people are entering India, and you are saying that the Bangladesh is doing better than Bihar.
I'm talking about Bihar, not the rest of the country.
North
Bihar, Kartikeya, there is a report. There is a report I'll send you. North Bihar is the poorest zone in the entire world.
I don't contest that the Bihar has not done well, but ये आप कैसी बात कर रहे हैं कि Bangladesh is more prosperous, so then there should have been reverse immigration.
Kartikeya, you pointed out about water bill, electricity bill, things of that sort. Think of the landless laborer. They're homeless. Are you assuming that entire India, everyone has a home? There is a large section of homeless population.
No, can I comment, please?
Yes, okay.
Charu, you come in.
My whole position is, and this is a bipartisan approach. In India, we always have a problem with initiative. When Rajiv Gandhi got computers, people had a problem. When Prime Minister Modi said, let's do digital thing, people had a problem. Anything which new happens, people have a problem, and it always happens from the perspective of garib aadmi ko badi problem hogi. My perspective is very different on this. Very different on this issue.
25 days. Kartikeya, in 25 days you will prove who is a voter, who is not.
ठीक है, चारू, please.
Kartikeya, 25 दिन का टाइम दिया, अब टाइम दो बिहार को. Give time, the same as Bengal and Tamil Nadu. After all, I'm a Bihari. Why would we only get 25 days? Come
तो
on.
मेरे सवाल का जवाब भी नहीं दिया किसी ने जब मैंने बोला कि then what's the problem in Tamil Nadu and West Bengal? Very convenient.
I told you कि आधार कार्ड लगाओ, तमिलनाडु वेस्ट बंगाल will withdraw their entire agitation.
That's not my job.
आधार कार्ड को include करो ना.
You should ask this question to Charu. Charu should be answering, not me. Charu.
So the highest authority in this country is our Supreme Court. This issue about the Aadhaar card was taken to the Supreme Court. Sir, you're very senior. Do not make me repeat this again and again. The Supreme Court found it fair that the Aadhaar is not included. And the number of iCards which are allowed have gone up from 7 to 11. Are you really trying to put down and disrespect the Indian voter to such an extent that one, you're saying they do not understand the process of voting and how are they going to go and register for it? And two, are you really trying to say that out of these 11 documents, an Indian citizen cannot produce even one? So that sounds really, really unfair and frankly quite insulting to me because Indian voters are very politically aware.
To the
they are
Supreme
very
Court.
politically charged up, especially in rural India, sir. No, do not interrupt me because I did. Especially in rural India.
The Supreme Court repeatedly said to include
Ajit, let her complete.
What are you arguing?
I have extended the debate. Ajit, I have extended the debate. Let her complete. I have extended the debate. I have dropped the second debate.
I'm going to say what I think is right? Because I heard you out on everything that I disagree with. So listen to this. If you went to a village in Bihar,
the partisan point of view.
Ajit, please let us speak.
That they will impress you. No, I do not. I'll tell you why you're heckling me, sir. You're heckling me because I'm making sense and you are not. You're heckling me because I'm quoting facts and you are dodging questions. So now kindly and politely wait for your turn to speak. That is the least that you can do. So I'm going to come back to this. Do not disrespect the Indian voter to such an extent.
Charu, there's a bit of a problem. Charu, we are not getting your voice.
Down for your political. If you to be go 10-year-old can be with you and then probably television.
Charu, can you repeat yourself? We lost you for a minute. Charu, you have to repeat yourself. We lost you for a minute. Your last 30 seconds, we lost you completely.
Thank you. I think it's the point I'm trying to
make. It's
an
audio issue. All of us are facing it, if I'm not wrong.
I think there's a bit of an audio issue.
Is that do not disrespect them.
Okay. Dr. Pooja, before I now close the debate now, since I had extended it, your closing comments, ma'am.
You know, I am as much as a proud citizen, Karthik, as you. I go outside and I'm very proud of the country, and that's why it's my moral constitutional duty that not even one single person, some Bikini Devi from Muzaffarpur, some Babulal Paswan from Supol, you and me, we all are united by one thread, universal adult franchise. And if there is a looming threat of disenfranchisement of even one single eligible voter, forget 65 lakh. It's a disservice to the democracy we are proud of, and that's why we are raising questions on sir. You can raise the Ghuspaithiya, Pogi, you can raise everything, but the problem is we are looking at from a very privileged lens, a landless labor who goes on to Punjab and he does not have 25 days to appeal if his name is not in the voter list. That means he ceases to be a citizen of the country. That means he ceases his the fundamental right that unites us by constitution is to go and give vote and elect his government. And that's what we are seeing. The owners that you have to go and produce living documents, the owners that you have to repeat, the owners that you have to appeal, the owners that you have to reach the electoral officer. Why this onus has been put on? We are very privileged, and when we think that the electorate is very empowered, I know electorate is very empowered. But let's look at Bihar. Let's look at Bihar as a socio-economic cohort where we see migrants, 10 lakh migrants every year. We see people tilling themselves in, and they come home at Chhat and they come home also during elections to vote. You cannot expect them. This is a reaping season. They might be working in the fields of Punjab, fields of they might be selling Golgappas in Delhi, and that's what's my worry is we cannot let even one single voter be disenfranchised, and that's the whole exercise should be.
Okay. Tell me one voter which has objected. Give one name, one complaint that your party has filed or RJD has filed. Why don't you? You have zero names.
That's the whole point is I'm very much proud of the democracy we live in, and I don't want it to be deterred by an exercise that stands on exclusion. That's my closing.
Okay, thank you all of you. I've really run short of time. I extended the debate. Thank you for all your diverse points. But I think the fact of the matter here is, which is my take at the end, is that the electoral process should not be completely undermined. India is not a failed state like Bangladesh. India is not a failed state like Pakistan. India is not a failed state like Afghanistan. We are not even a party state like China. We are not like Russia, where you have leaders forever. India is a state which has its standing in the world, only post-colonial country where democracy has deep economic, social and political roots. And I think political parties should be very mindful of that. That's something which has been achieved in a bipartisan way, barring 75, 77 when democracy got suspended, habeas corpus got suspended. India has made peaceful transition of power very nicely, and losing power in this country is not costly, because in any country where losing power is costly, it turns into dictatorship or it becomes a very vexed democracy like Brazil. And I'm taking all these international or global examples is that the beauty of Indian democracy must stand tall, and it's implicit in saying this that every politician and political party has to come together to ensure that the Indian democratic structure that does not crumble in front of partisan politics. So this is all I have on Point today. I will see you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you and good night.
This is India's #1 news network, and you're watching News9, English news as it should be.
Associate sponsor, Dyna Premium Beauty Soap. पहली झलक करे खूबसूरत।
ये वाला तो